Hey, how's it going? Preps here, and welcome back to another Marvel Strike Force video. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a deep dive into the stat changes that Silver Surfer and Ultimus received to be a part of the upcoming arena meta team, the Annihilators. And I'm going to tell you right now, these stat changes are absolutely bonkers. We're definitely entering a new era in Marvel Strike Force, and it's completely changed my plans for Dark Dimension 7. What do I mean by that? Well, let's get into it. So, a couple of blogs ago, Scopely announced that with the introduction of Ares, a new era of base character stats will arrive. So no longer will we have teams like Illuminati, where the stats of the team are tied to the kits of the characters. Let's have a quick look at what I mean. So, on the Illuminati team, Black Bolt's passive provides the team with 50% health and 40% resistance. Shuri gives the team 50% damage and 50% focus. Mr. Fantastic gives the team a further 50% focus and 50% resistance. Hank Pym gives the team 50% health. You get what I mean? A massive chunk of the team's stats are tied to a character's passive ability, and not only did this hurt theory crafting, it also made using individual characters outside of the team for, say, Dark Dimension almost impossible. But with the introduction of Ares and subsequent teams like the Annihilators, that all changes. Individual character stats are going to be a lot higher. How much higher? Well, I did some math on the announced reworks, and before we get into it, a little warning. I'm no Boylon, okay? I'm not some math whiz, so if I happen to have made some mistakes, let me know in the comments below. Okay, so while I'm talking about these stats, keep in mind that I'm using the stats table on MSF.gg with the standard parameters set, which are level 100, gear tier 18, max Stark tech and max abilities with the character at 3 diamonds. And while this isn't exactly representative of what we'll be using in the game, it'll give us a rough idea of what we're dealing with. So starting off with the health stats, Silver Surfer's health currently sits at 1,624,432, which puts him about middle of the pack as far as health stats go. But after the rework, we can see he sits just between Super Skrull and Ares. Yep, that's right. In fact, Ultimus has slightly more health according to my calculations, so both he and Silver Surfer will sit between Super Skrull and Ares. This is crazy, but if we have a look at the other stats, it gets even nuttier. Now, instead of just looking at their rework numbers, I thought I'd put them side by side with Super Skrull and Mephisto to see where they stacked up on the stats table after the reworks, and this is where things got really interesting. These numbers are without the rest of the Annihilator team because we just don't have their numbers available yet. So as far as health goes, Mephisto is king here, with Ares coming in second. However, after the reworks, we can see that in third place is Ultimus, and in 4th place is Silver Surfer, beating out Super Skrull in 5th place. In the damage category, Silver Surfer just scrapes in the top 10, while Ultimus skyrockets up into 3rd place, just behind Mephisto. I think after seeing these damage stats, it's pretty clear why Silver Surfer didn't receive any damage multipliers to his kit. Moving along to armor, and here Silver Surfer comes in second only to Ares, beating out Mephisto in 3rd and Ultimus in 4th place. So we can already see that the Annihilators are going to be a tanky team. Next, let's look at the focus and resistance, and both Silver Surfer and Ultimus come in top 10 for both of these stats. In fact, Silver Surfer has higher resistance than any character we have in the game currently. Also worth mentioning is the speed increase that Ultimus received. He's gone from a miserable 86 to a respectable 121, which is really good and makes him much more viable, especially standalone in Dark Dimension. So the rework stats are pretty insane, and I'm personally happy we're getting some new cosmic characters that can be used in Dark Dimension. But how will these stat changes translate in game? Well, while they do have more stats overall than, say, Super Skrull, let's have a quick look at Silver Surfer's ultimate versus Super Skrull's ultimate to see how the kits will even this out just a little bit. So, Silver Surfer's ultimate does 350% piercing damage to all enemies, while Super Scrolls does a whopping 700% piercing damage with an extra 300% piercing damage if you have 2 villain allies. So while their stats have been increased significantly, the lack of buffs to their kits counteracts this somewhat. Still, I'm pretty happy they've made these changes, and I personally can't wait to see where Gladiator, Gore and Thanos stand on the stats table, because we all know that Scopely always makes the new characters better. But what do you think of the changes? Are you happy they're moving away from kit-based stats, or have Scopely gone too far? Let me know in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share with your alliance, and don't forget to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.